ladies and gentlemen, for the 965th time, it is the Mason and Friends Show, featuring that dude called the Black Hand.
Yeah.
As well as myself, El Mahoney. Welcome to the Mason and Friends Show.
What's happening, y'all? What's good out there today?
Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. We in the house, y'all.
Oh, man. We're on a mission from God.
Damn right.
Man. It felt like we was in a mission in hell yesterday, though.
It was definitely a roasty toasty cannabis festival this year.
This cannabis festival was very lacklusterish.
The lack of I71's presence in the facility
definitely was felt. Yeah.
We miss you, phone homie.
Yeah, man. All y'all, yo. Fuck. It was different atmosphere this time around.
Yeah, it wasn't nearly as large or robust. The music was horribly loud.
The audio was that shit was bouncing off of everything.
Everywhere there could have been audio set up poorly, there was audio set up poorly. It was horrible.
It was rough. Let alone just the fucking walk itself.
Oh yeah.
The walk from the parking lot, which fuck y'all, $55 to fucking park.
$55 to park.
Never.
And $100 for a ticket
and
or
fucking
more.
What? And we've been doing this since 2017. We've been going to the festival since 2018. So the past 7 years, never had to pay to park. And then this year we had to pay to park. The fuck out of here.
I think we dropped a 20 on them before to park, but
I don't even remember doing that. One time maybe.
I do think we dropped some money parking.
But 55
to be that far away.
And then
whack.
On top of that, getting in there. Standing in the line waiting for the half hour just for them to tell us now we can go around the corner to walk another quarter mile.
Yeah, walk a quarter mile more and stand in the
stand in another fucking line, which didn't make no sense because they didn't even have the setup for the cannabis festival this year was fucking terrible. They did a piss poor ass job because we've seen it roll out better.
Oh yeah. We've experienced some good times.
Exactly, but this one fell way short of the bar. You know what I mean? Very, very fucking flat. You had that line, cause when fucking Jew and Jubu had to wait, and we fucking found Kyle. Turn around, they were right behind us. I'm like, wait a minute, so y'all had to wait till 2? You telling me it took us a whole hour?
No, they didn't have to wait till 2.
That's what I figured.
They got let right in.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, between in and there, fucking, we were already sweating balls, drenched in fucking miserable heat because they pushed back the time that used to be early entry at 11 till 1 o'clock.
Early entry at 11 would have been
it would have been ideal.
Probably really reasonable as far as temperature is concerned.
Yes.
Atmosphere. But the hottest time of the day was pretty much when we were standing in line.
Yep. Yeah. Yes.
And hell, when we were leaving too.
When we left. Because by the time we got back, everything was kosher. But even still, well, kind of.
Yeah. I was able to squeeze through that fence real easy because I was so sweaty when my shoulders hit the fucking metal poles. They just slid on through.
I was like, man, because the walk back, that was just another brutal thing. Man, just keep your head down, keep on walking.
like Lisa said, if Mike can do it, so can I.
Yeah, man.
Damn right.
Fuck. That shit was just hell, man. And then it was so small. The vendors that were out there, granted, I give props to the vendors. They were trying to do their thing.
They were trying. It was great seeing Kyle
at Glass Floor.
Yeah.
And also, shout out to my girl AJ with Mary Jane and Friends. Appreciate y'all, man. Met the family and everybody. Nothing but success on y'all's end. But outside of that, and Traveling Troy.
It's good to see Traveling Troy. There were a decent amount of folks in the seed area.
Yeah.
They were pretty nice, and we're trying really hard to make sure everybody got what they wanted and all of that jazz.
Yeah.
But I mean, there was nothing that I felt like spending any time doing because it was so hot.
Yeah.
I was like, thank God there's shade over here. Let me get my bearings and get this figured out.
Yeah.
And figure out some genetics to acquire. But I mean, fuck. It was tough.
It was
man.
a miserable fucking day.
It was really tough. Like all I did was buy water when I was there. I bought a bunch of waters. Kyle gave me a water. Shout out Kyle.
Yeah.
But like we were leaving, and I was like, I'm buying 2 of these waters for the walk because the walk in was fucking brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal.
And see, I wish I would have thought about getting the water on the way out, but I was like, man, fuck. I got this, because I just drunk this fucking lemonade. And I'm like, all right, the lemonade got me. I should be able to make it.
That shit was so...
By the time I got around to that second bridge, I'm like, fuck, I need water.
You should have asked, dog. I have one in the hand.
See, I heard y'all back here talking. I was like, I can't turn around. I can't stop, because if I stop...
Nah, hell, you don't want to stop for the one brother that was asking you for all kind of God knows what.
That was before
fucking... Hey, say, man, you got some water?
That was before we even started the journey. That was like at the first part of the journey.
That's why I just kept walking, because I had water. I was like...
Because I'm like, I'm seeing y'all walk. I'm like, I can still catch up, then that's no problem. It's all good. This dude stopped me early, because he was like, you got water? I'm like, nah, bro, we can't bring water in. He was like, they got water in there? They got, yeah,
you can buy water.
You can buy water, bro. He was like, yo,
what do you think we're in, the Mojave Desert right now?
So I'm looking at him. I'm like, all right. He goes, hey, are you leaving for the day? I'm like, yeah. Why? He was like, can I get your wristband? I'm like, if you want this motherfucker here. And he was like, all right, yeah, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and get on in. I'm like, good luck with that. That's
not how it works, dumbass.
But if you fuck it, you go ahead and find out on your own. And then caught up with y'all, and then fucking just kept it going. Because I seen, didn't you get stopped by the cellular chick?
Nah, man, she was Special Olympics.
Oh, Special Olympics.
She's promoting Special Olympics. So yeah, if you got time, get on some Special Olympics shit. Donate your time, donate some money. Yeah. That's essentially what she said to me.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
There you go.
She seemed nice though. Had a nice little talk with her.
There were some people I talked to. There was this one. Like I went around to all the vendors. The only people I didn't go to was Nova Hemp. Shout out Nova Hemp, because they the homies from up the way up here. But looking at the product that everybody had, there was nothing special that stood out. Most motherfuckers didn't have shit. Or they were waiting on the re-up, or fucking they had certain shit, or the shit was just too damn expensive, which makes no sense. I'm like, how are you gonna try to sell some shit? Like I got this one dude, I said, yo man, what you got over here working? I'm gonna see what you got. He was like, oh man, I got my shit right here, and he shows me this shit. He said, this is my best stuff I got. It's $75 an 8. I said, why would I pay for that? I said, make it make sense to me, because I said, all you did with this, I said, bro, I can see what you did with it. I said, it smells good and looks nice, but all you did was put it in some res and rolled around in keef. That's all you made a moon rock essentially. And he just looked at me all stupid like, bruh, this ain't nothing. Do you not understand where you at and what's been going on the past couple of years?
Yeah, we've seen some live action.
You know what I mean?
At the Canvas Festival in previous years, and there was a serious lack of live action as far as...
It was a lack of everything. Like,
we missed the I71 days.
The I-71 was just wild shit. It was good times.
That was peak DC. In my lifetime, peak DC is I-71.
Like, we went out there that one year and fucking when, I can't remember who was on stage that year, but that was that cloud that was over the whole crowd of people. I
think that was the first year we went. Action Bronson was playing.
Maybe. But fucking, it was a whole cloud. Everybody was cool. And
it was a breezing through cloud.
Yeah.
It was that year that my allergies were kicking my ass.
Yes, that's
and we were standing out on the edge for the concert, and there was the smoke just rolling across the whole plane.
And I'm like, man, look at this shit. That was the other thing. I didn't see any of that. Like, all these people were up there to smoke. It was too hot to smoke.
It was too hot to do anything. Like, I didn't talk to nobody. I was usually trying to hand out some cards. I usually try to introduce myself to people.
I
threw up like
somewhere.
2 stickers, and I handed out, like, I left a stack of cards with Kyle. Shout out Kyle at Glass Flow.
Yeah.
But, like, that was it, man.
Yeah.
That was it.
I only talked to the people I walked up to, or if somebody walked up to me. That was it. And then
I saw more stickers that I put up last year than I put up this year.
So did I. That shit was crazy. That shit was wild to see them stickers that were like, yo, wait a minute. Yeah, that's one of them too. Oh, there's another one over there.
Yeah.
They
last. If you get them up and nobody scrapes them down, they last.
They weren't faded or nothing. Everything is still
I know, right? I know, dog. That spot I was working when I was making them joints was the shit.
Them was good stickers right there.
Yeah, dude. And all I was doing was I used to save the extras, right?
Yeah.
Because there'd be like a little like excess that printed off every time, and they were like, just throw it away. And I was like, psh. I put it in a box.
Yeah.
I taped them all together. I made a fresh roll. I printed off myself hundreds and hundreds of stickers, dog. I got a box of stickers, dog. And I'll be putting up those stickers the rest of my life. That's why we got to keep the show going.
Because I was like, man, that shit was cool. Because fuck, Jubu was the one that poured out. Ain't that one of y'all stickers? Son of a bitch, it is.
Oh yeah,
Would you look at that?
Look at that. Yeah, I threw up a couple new ones in a couple spots, but like, I mean, there've been years before where I was walking by myself. Like when I go by myself, I really put up stickers.
Yeah.
You know, like that's probably from the year I was by myself, where I was just walking around slapping up stickers on anything that I thought they might last on.
Yeah.
Back of a stop sign, fucking whatever, poles, lamp posts, all that shit. But yeah, man, that was a cool thing to see. The old ass stickers still up,
still
shining,
hanging on,
bright and new.
Yeah, what? Not weather. The weather ain't fuck with them or nothing. I'm
Chemical
like,
and weather resistant, baby.
Hell yeah,
all day.
But overall, I think we had more fun driving up to this motherfucker
and driving
coming back versus being there.
Yeah, no, like the whole experience of going. I mean, what we were in there for an hour and a half, maybe. Probably not even that. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because like I got there, I wanted to find seeds. I found some seeds. I wandered around. I looked a little bit. Jubu and Jew was like melting underneath the fucking tent, and then you showed up at the tent after I went on my second round to go buy some more seeds.
Yeah, because I was like, man, because I was wondering where you went to, because I did a couple rounds. I did a couple laps around that joint because it was so small.
It was too hot. I only did half of it, and when you guys said there was nothing there, I was like, psh,
yeah, there literally was not shit. Because when I was going up to people, you know, trying to get shit for the wifey, I'm like, yo, where's y'all sativas? Everybody had indica this, indica that. I'm like, yeah, okay, that's cool.
That's something I find to be a real issue with this area. Everybody's indica.
Yeah, and I get you want to say, but most motherfuckers that want to be functional, they want that sativa to keep them going. Indica's cool to fucking, you know, calm down and
sit around at the end of the day
and a nightcap. Yeah, but fucking even with the seed guy, you know, like
no, they had mostly dominant indicas and a couple of sativas.
That's why after I got the shit from West Coast Genetics, shout out West Coast Genetics, and then went over to fucking over there where you was at, where Troy was at. When I seen him, I'm like, bet. I remember your shit. Yeah. Let me fuck with you then.
Troy sold me some beaver cookies.
Yeah, I think I
was like, with a name like beaver cookies.
I think I got, what was it? Papaya something. Like it's a sativa joint, but I fuck with it just because of the name. It sounded tropical. Like, it was like papaya. It might have been papaya cookies is what it was. I think it was papaya cookies.
Everybody's got cookies these days. So yeah, we do a little shout out tour because we didn't see much, but shout out to Seed Man.
Yep, Seed Man.
Seed Man has some reasonable seedage.
Yeah, because that one girl we was at right before him.
Shout out to Atlas Seeds. I got the Bangerine.
There you go.
Yeah.
Cause fucking the girl before that, she didn't have shit. She didn't have her. That was the other thing. People were still setting up.
Yeah, like the
I couldn't.
Neptunes had like 4 seed things listed, and they didn't seem to have any. And the girl wasn't even talking, and I was like, "Alrighty then. Well, you have a nice rest of your day."
Yeah, because I'm trying to ask her questions, and she on the phone because nothing was set up. I don't have this. I don't have the pricing out. Well, how much does this cost? How the fuck do you not have your pricing list out and all your shit together? It's supposed to be what you're representing, and you're not representing well.
No, they weren't doing it right.
And then you had some hole in the wall cats that I seen that didn't really have nothing going on with them, and I'm like, I don't know who you guys are.
I don't know how y'all paid for these spots too.
That's the other part. There was no real interaction with people. I seen my homegirl out there working her joint, and I seen Kyle doing his shit. But outside of that, it wasn't too many motherfuckers out there doing anything, making no noise. They were all like, the one lady when we walked in, the first lady I saw, I can't remember her shit, but she was just, she looked so fucking miserable just sitting there. Like, I felt so bad for this woman, and I'm like, damn.
Well, did you see the guest service tent when we got there? That ain't look like nothing but a bunch of people ready to start yelling at somebody.
Yeah, that's all it was.
I was like, y'all just a bunch of old ass angry women. I see you.
And then the fucking goddamn water tanker out there, that shit was just, you gonna serve people fucking DC water out of a goddamn tanker that's in the sun baking. I know how hot that water is. It's gonna come out of that motherfucker, man. There's no way y'all are cooling that shit into these fucking fountains.
Yeah, no, that was pretty horrific.
Like, that shit's just foul right there, man. Because that tanker's probably been out here fucking both days. You know what I mean?
That sort of event, you should be allowed to take in coolers.
You should. You would think, yeah.
Straight up.
You should be. At least fucking your own goddamn water or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a little, not even a fucking a gigantic cooler. You get a little motherfucking cooler. That's all you need. A little styrofoam joint, a little joint on wheels.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that should be allowed. But I don't know. Whoever does it again next year, man, hopefully you guys do better, because you will not see me, unfortunately.
Well, you know what I have figured out? Like, also, shout out to the homie Jason from
West Coast
Genetics.
Yep.
I got some Ambrosia Kush from him. Hopefully that'll work out.
Yeah, I got a couple things from him.
The beaver cookies, like I said, from Elevate, and the man Traveling Troy. And I think that one, yeah, that's about it. I got something from Seedman too. Some White Widow from Seedman.
Ah, there you go. I ain't heard that in a long ass time.
Well, that's part of why I got it. I was like, oh, y'all have White Widow.
I ain't heard that in fucking shit years.
Yeah, since like 2000. But
overall,
I figured out how to do it though. What we need to do in situations like this or events like that. Like, we don't have to buy tickets. Here's what we do. We wait till like 4 or 5. And we show up. And we walk around with the cards with the little Blues Brother ducks glued to them. We stick them under everybody's motherfucking
the windshield. That was the other thing.
Everybody. We just hit the parking lot.
Did you see
just
the parking lot when we came
off.
back? The parking lot has so many spaces still.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, ain't nobody coming out this bitch.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Not at that time. It was so hot. I bet it filled up later.
I would think. I mean, the way they show their camera angles, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you never can tell.
You can't tell because they don't pan out to see shit. You know, they get up close to the stage and get the people that are right there on the fence of the stage or whatever.
And the fact that there were people parking themselves on the fucking concrete in front of the stage at that time of day just to sit in the sun and wait.
And bake. What
do you have to do with your life? Like, what is your life that you want to go and sit and wait
pavement
all day in the sun so you can be close to 3-6 Mafia? I mean, I don't even I wouldn't have minded seeing 3-6 Mafia. That would have been cool. But are you fucking kidding me?
They were out there just cooking themselves. I'm like, man, and then old Deputy Dewey on the little motherfucking scooter thing. That son of a bitch was zooming all around that bitch.
Man, you know, security. You could have brought bombs up in that bitch if we wanted.
Oh yeah.
The way that shit was. Shit.
That's why I understand it's so lackluster and shit. Like, y'all could have let everybody in right then and there. You know what I mean? Like, the amount of money we paid for the bullshit that we saw. Nah.
You ain't lying. That's what I'm saying. We go up into the parking lot and lace everybody's cars with fucking business cards and then leave. We do the same thing at the Exotica Fest.
Oh yeah, because that shit, because of VA, you know, they can't do so much.
Right, we can't even see no titties up in that joint.
Yeah. Well, they got pasties on. You can't get the nipples.
It ain't the same.
It ain't the same. It's like the strip club, like I just said. You go to a strip club, but they ain't showing no JJ. It's not a strip club.
What am I even here for? I'm gonna go get a Victoria's Secret catalog.
That's the same thing. Same thing. You cut on some music in the background.
Cut down a whole lot of money. It's a whole lot cheaper. Get that Vicky Secrets catalog.
Yeah, because then I was looking at some of the food shit, like when we rolled up and walked in there.
Bro.
I seen the bacon on a stick. I'm like, why would I want bacon this hot ass day like this? The barbecue joint, I'm like, you guys should hear that you can't eat on a hot ass day like this.
Here's the thing. I seen barbecue and I thought to myself, Black Betty's Barbecue.
Yeah.
That's a cool name. I'd like to get some of Black Betty's barbecue. But we were leaving, and this fucking music was so fucking loud that I wasn't willing to stand in line at Betty's barbecue where there wasn't even nobody there. I could have walked right up, but like I literally had one ear.
I seen you with
I had one finger in the ear towards the stage because, man, that shit was fucking brutal.
Yeah, because there was nothing catching it. Like,
but it was too loud. Why are you playing so loud? Like, you could have turned that music down half as loud, and they still would have been able to hear it everywhere. But at least the people in the tents would have been able to make their presentations and shit. Like, we were sitting in that tent,
or the yoga lady.
When we get up to leave, the yoga lady was like, "We're gonna be doing some yoga, but it's hot, so we just gonna be working on some breath expressions and shit."
Yeah,
and like that's cool, but you couldn't really hear her.
Nah.
And the music was too fucking loud. And I would have said to her, like, I'd have said something cute. Like, you know, we just stay, but, you know, we got to go.
Yeah.
You know, I'd have said something, like, good luck, do your thing, or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like.
But then you had the music that was over in the seed tent you could hear.
Yeah.
Because that was echoing off of shit.
Yeah.
Then you go down further and they got music over here. You know, didn't stay for none of the fuck. By the time people were talking, we was already gone.
The music was like there was a band playing. There was like a death metal band playing or something, and I was like, why is death metal band playing at the Cannabis Festival at 1:45 in the afternoon?
That's like, what shit started.
What is going on here? And because I was literally in the bath, I was in one of the
I already said it.
John's like taking a piss, and I couldn't figure out why the music I was hearing was what I was hearing. I was like, this just doesn't jive. I mean, maybe they're a smoking weed death metal band that everybody's like, yeah, they smoke weed. That's cool.
That's the thing. The people that were on the band list under Currency, actually, matter of fact, under Backyard Band, they're names that I've never heard of. You know what I mean? And that's what they do. The Cannabis Festival get these names that people don't really know of, and they usually play out. But like you said, the audio was so bad this go around because we've been there and the audio's been we talking and you forget that there's music over here.
Yeah, and look, we were early, so they might have got it under control.
That's also true too.
If you can't, like, you were there yesterday. What'd you do between now and yesterday?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I can't fuck with you if you don't even have any idea how to set up fucking music and shit. Like, I got to go.
But it was so much shit that I think that they could have done better with. Like, even with the carts. You got one dude, everybody to the right, everybody to the... Man, fucking mark it with some cones.
Well,
that was the thing. Some goddamn cones.
We were walking in, and there's like, call it 100 people in like a 40-yard space.
Yeah.
Walking. And one guy, one time, says, stay to the right so cars can get by.
Yeah.
Like, all 12 people maybe could have heard you out of the 100 that you think you're talking to.
Uh-huh.
Like, amateur hour. All day amateur hour.
But that's just it. I'm like, how does the same people that's been doing this fuck it up this bad? Unless they're not the same people that been doing it.
I don't know. It must not be the same people.
That's what I'm guessing. It might not be the same people,
Well, it might have been the laws, though. They were saying that the I71 thing changing.
Oh, it changed a lot of shit. It did. Like, the whole I71 thing changed a great deal of shit.
Because literally the amount of vendors they used to have at least 3 times that.
With ease.
Yeah.
With ease. It was so many motherfuckers around there. You had people that had their own fucking tent set up like Phone Homie would have, and you walk into this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Washington Glass Company, you walk in their shit, you know what I mean? Some people had 2 to 3 booths together for their shit.
Yo.
Everybody had a table, and they're right here next to each other. There really was no separation. But then it was like, it really was amateur hour. It was like these cats that had never been there before were not prepared for anything.
Yeah, whoever took over didn't know what they were getting themselves into.
I'm even talking about the vendors. It's like, yo, y'all don't have anything. What are you doing here then?
Well, I think that with the law
I don't think they could bring in as much shit.
They weren't near as comfortable in doing what they used to be comfortable in doing up in there.
But I don't think they could bring in as much because most of the people that I was actually talking to, they're like, oh, we got to wait for people to bring our shit in. Wait. You gotta wait to get brought shit in?
You know what that indicates to me is that the vendors were getting checked for stuff, and the vendors were at least like, I'm gonna have somebody come through the front gate with that shit and drop it off for me. So you know how we walked in, they were having somebody walk in with a backpack full of weed.
I've seen the people that were coming in. They had the fucking suitcases and shit. They were bringing shit into these motherfuckers. I was watching the people that when I had talked to them, they're like, they're waiting on their re-up, and I'm like, huh? And then I would see the re-up come, and I'm like, so y'all can't have this shit like y'all used to have it, just sitting here and, hey, get this out the tote, boom, 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 boom.
Well, some of them did.
Some did, but a lot of these other cats, they didn't. And I think they might not have known what to do, is what it is maybe. Or they could have changed how the vendors can bring X amount in, and then when you get to this amount, you can bring your, as long as you don't oversee the fucking limit.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know. I'm not a vendor. Couldn't tell you. I just know that the vendors, a lot of the vendors, I say at least 30% of the vendors that I talked to, they were waiting on the re-up to come. They had their expensive shit that nobody was buying. And I'm like, all right, so what's the reason?
What's their cheap shit going to be? Nobody wants that either.
Well, apparently the cheap shit they was out of because people were actually buying some of the cheap shit.
Because it was cheap.
That's the thing. Because there was, I can't remember this company, but they've been there every fucking year. And every year, their prices have always been the same. Too goddamn expensive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've never bought nothing from these cats, and I seen them there, and I walked over and I looked, just to look, and I'm like, damn, y'all still doing the same shit. But that's why you ain't got no line here either. I'm looking at the cats that were doing it the cheap way. I'm like, they got at least a line going on for some of their shit.
Yeah.
You know, like, this is, we're past Prohibition era, you know?
Because, Mike, Lambda, they weren't there, were they?
Nah, And then they stopped, well, and I think they
might have shut their show down.
They're separate now, because every once in a while, I still get a text from Lambda, but it's only,
that's true.
It's only for Black Friday, the Christmas shit.
New Year's, maybe.
The Christmas, New Year's, Black Friday, and there's one more. But that's pretty much it. I don't get no text from them any outside of that, you know. It's all good, man, you know. Maybe I'll holler at you one day or something. You know, Spence got his own thing now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but they were I71 cats.
Yeah.
So if they didn't switch over.
But yeah, like that's the thing that's weird though. I71 changed the game in the region at the very least, where like motherfuckers are going on the Instagram and being like, "Yo, I got you. Holla at your boy. Swing by."
Yeah.
You know, they don't seem to do that near as much anymore.
Nah.
But I guess if you know who they are, you might could still make it happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. There was one dude. I think that's the dude that had the $75 shit, locals only. I think it was his joint, and he was like, "Yeah, man, we do deliveries. We do all this shit." I'm like, bro, really, there's no need to do a delivery if people are already growing their own shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, if you ain't growing your own shit and you do need delivery, cool. But at the same time, there's dispensaries damn near everywhere now.
Except for in Virginia. That's why you got to go up there and get your seeds and come back to Virginia.
Yeah. I mean, Virginia has what? Nova Hemp and Beyond Hello.
Yeah, but you got to have medical to go.
But you got to have medical for that shit for both of them. You know.
I don't know about Nova Hemp, but I know.
I think you do, because my homie that I work with or used to work with, he comes up here and goes to Nova with his card to get it. I want to say I know he said he has his card, so I'm assuming he has to use his card up there, but I didn't get a chance to talk to any of them.
See, my thought is that if Virginia really wants to be out to help poor people get better off, and they need to make it so that you can have like a testing facility in your region. You go get your weed tested, make sure it's clean or product meets whatever spec they want it to meet. Then you could just go to the fucking farmer's market and sell that shit right at the farmer's market.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
A booth at the farmer's market. Every farmer's market in the whole region, there should be in the whole state, there should be people at the farmer's market that are selling weed, and they should have to pay taxes, like a certain percentage of what they sell. They should have to pay a tax, 10%, 15%, whatever, something like that. You know what I mean? So you go there, you sell $100 of weed, you give 15 to the man. Like, you paid $100 to be at that booth, and you made, I don't know, $2,000 in a weekend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You made $2,000 a weekend. It's like $100K a year if you take 2 weeks off.
Yeah.
Right? That's really good fucking money. You pay 15% of that after tax, you're still like sitting on like $85,000, $80,000 maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's something that people can do, that you or anybody can do in your back fucking yard.
Yeah.
And the fact that the state isn't supporting that sort of angle really pisses me off, because like there's no better way to give it to the everyman.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to give like 100 licenses out and make sure that we give a certain amount to these marginalized people or that marginalized people. No. We're all marginalized because we're all being shit on by the government.
Yep. Because fucking even when the licenses come out, the big corps are going to get the licenses first.
That's right.
They're already getting them before fucking the little man.
Yep.
And
like Hello Beyonce, like corporate mids. That's what that shit is.
That's all it is. I don't know, man.
Like the gentleman Tucker said, corporate mids.
Yep. Yeah, because he's out of it now, right? I remember
everybody's
last
out.
time. Yeah, he was out of it. He said, man, he wasn't doing that shit no more. It was weird to see only not even a handful, maybe a couple droplets full of motherfuckers that we were fucking with beforehand, and then you see the new cats that are out there that have no clue what the fuck's going on. It was just it's an odd vibe. The heat between the heat,
the heat was killing it.
Really fucking fucked everything. Was this the heat? The time of year they did it, and I get why you waited till July. I understand all that. You know, even understand where you had it at because fucking the stadium's fenced off, so you had to have it where it's at. Get that, but still, like, I think things could have been done better. Cause like I've been in places when I go pick up oil and shit, they got these fucking huge ass fucking fans, right? That they got hoses hooked up to. Just cut them on and it just blow. It's just a big fan blowing out a mist. Even if they had a couple of those big motherfuckers set up out there, because I know you can rent them. Because these places I go to, I ask them like, well, where the fuck do y'all get fans? Like, oh, we rent these every summer. When it starts to get hot, we just rent them and we keep them in the shop till fucking summer's over. Then we send them back. I'm like, huh? And all you do is hook a hose to it. He's like, hey, we hook a hose to it, plug it in, and fucking it blows the fan, and we got the water, so it creates a little mist and blows out here, and everybody's good. I'm like, shit, it feels better than the AC, honestly. They're like, yeah.
Moving air really can be a wonderful thing.
Yeah. Because really, if that breeze, when we got back to the car and that breeze started coming through, oh, you talk about some relief right there. Fuck, that was great.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Like, I seen the little fans set up in the fucking grow tent, but that was just for that one group that had the t-shirts.
There was a big one in there when I went in my second time. Like, somebody had set up like
the big orange one, right?
Big orange.
Yeah, that was the only one I saw in there, but it was only one. I'm like, you got all these people over here.
Well, it was funny because there were like 4 people standing in front of it, and I walked by and like walked in between them and the fan. But like, yeah, dude, it was a bad idea.
It's
just never. I've never been thoroughly impressed per se, but I've never been this disappointed.
Yes,
like
I agree with you.
It wasn't bad most years, and sometimes it was hot, but like this year, like other than going up in there and getting some seeds, seeing a few people I knew, saying what's up to Kyle, talking to him for a while. It's like it was good to see Kyle because hell, the last time I hung out there, man, that motherfucker, man, he took care of me. I was there by myself. And he was like, "Hey, man, chill." And I just hung out in the tent with him for 3 or 4 or 5 hours, man. I was just in there, had a drink with him, drinking water, chilling, talking to people. But it was like there was that vibe where like you could stand outside of the tent and have a 3-minute or a 5-minute conversation with somebody you'd never met, and they could go on. But it was too hot for that.
Because nobody was talking. Even when everybody was sitting under the tents, I was looking at everybody sitting under the tents when I was making my final round, like, and I'm looking, and everybody under these tents were just dead.
Yeah, we were all
just
trying to recover.
Dead as shit. Everybody's just out of it. You know what I mean? Then you got the people coming in.
Dude, I didn't recover from yesterday until like maybe an hour ago.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean?
Look, bruh, I got home, it started drizzling, and wifey was outside. Bruh, took shirt off and just stood in the fucking drizzle. She was like, "It feels better." I said, "It feels better than what it fucking did all day."
Black hand in the mist.
Oh, yeah, and that's the part that was pissing me off because it was just fucking light drizzle. I'm like, give me some good
give
big
me a
ass.
downpour.
Give me that rain that was out here a few days ago.
Yo.
You teased me with this little bit of bullshit rain right here, but I'll still take it over
she's
the
lucky
fuck
you
I
didn't
want
get home and roll around in the mud.
Bruh, it was, man. I told her, I said, she goes, "What are you trying to do?" I said, "Look, I'm gonna go ahead and take a shower." I said, "No, honestly, I really need to sit down, but I'm all sweaty and shit." I was like, "I gotta take a shower first."
Yeah.
And then we'll figure out food, you know what I mean? Because I am hungry. Yeah, because all I had was that breakfast sandwich at Wawa that morning.
I didn't have nothing.
Oh, that's why you were so fucked up.
I had a beer for breakfast.
That makes even more sense. That's why the shit hit you as hard as it did.
Yeah.
Now everything makes sense. You didn't eat.
Yeah. And I did it on purpose to a degree. I was like, I'm going to drink a beer, I'm going to eat this thing here, and I'm going to be all right. And then when we get in there, I'll find some food at some point, and but like the vibe was so like, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Then I was like, okay, well, I'm going to pound this water and walk up out of here. And then like by the time I got home, like I stopped at one of the food trucks around the way.
Yeah.
And grabbed something there, and that was like all right. It helped all right, but like that didn't do the trick. I went and got Mexican and Culpeper after I took a shower.
Gotcha. Yeah, look.
And then I came home and fell the fuck out.
I got home, talked to the wifey about shit, and she was like, "Are you done driving for the day?" Yes. I said, "I'm not going back." I said, "What do you want to do?" She said, "Well, I was wondering if you could take me to Wawa, and maybe we pick something up." And I'm like, nah, I'm not driving no more. Once that motherfucker parked, it was parked. I said, but I will take a shower and we'll figure out something to eat. So I had like a couple snacks. I ate 2 little bags of chips and a couple of pickles. And I was like, all right, I gotta take a shower. I said, how you feel about sushi? And she was like, yeah, that's cool, we can get sushi. I'm like, cool. I took a shower, she went to Wawa, came back. Time she came back, I'm already laid up on the couch, man. I'm chilling in my shorts and fucking, I said, she ordered the sushi. We waited for the sushi to get in. Time the sushi got there, man, I'm almost passing out. I'm like, I gotta stay up, I gotta eat. Like, I need to eat before I go to bed. Ate the sushi, watched the show with her, and she goes, "You going to bed, ain't you?" Fuck yeah, I'm out. I can't do it. I gotta go to sleep now. Like, my body is saying, fuck
you. It was a brutal day, dog.
Yeah, and look, she was like, because somebody had asked her, was like, you didn't go? She goes, fuck no. She goes, everything Mike was saying about it did not appeal to me. She told me how far he had to walk, how hot it was going to be, and how much shit he was going to have to fucking do to walk back. She's like, nah, I'm not doing any of that.
Thing was, it's really not all that much per se.
When it's a decent day. It was just a day.
It was a brutal day to do it.
Like, if it was in April and we had fucking an 80-degree day in April,
bro,
no problem.
That would have been a great day.
Boom, in and out that bitch. We would have made.
I'd have got some of Black Betty's barbecue. Shit.
I would have tried some of the, because I wanted the crab cake. I seen the crab cake joint on the other side near the stage. I'm like, nah, not fucking with it. Because I really wanted the crab cake, and I was like, you know what? Nah, I'm not even doing that to myself. I need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. There was something to that. Maintaining the empty stomach and getting out of Dodge.
Shirt soaked, fucking. I felt the water from my balls go down my leg, down to my motherfucking ankle and my sock. Like, yeah, I gotta wash, because this, this is not. I don't like this nasty.
That's why I wore the sandals, dog. I was as other than my backpack, I was as light as I could. Well,
see, been. I don't wear the sandals because I gotta have shoes, because you never know what the fuck's gonna happen. I always have. I wear my slides when I'm like doing shit around the house and stuff around town.
Yeah.
But when I'm out and about, I gotta have my motherfucking sneaks.
That situation, I in a lot of ways would have preferred to have sneakers on. But like, I was like, man, it's too hot. I can't.
Plus, I needed the support because I knew how we was gonna walk, man. I got flat feet. These motherfuckers dogs be hurting if I got the wrong shoe on. You know what I mean?
Big, man. You flattened your feet out.
Bro, I was born that way, man. Like, when I seen the x-rays, that shit's crazy. Because fucking how most people have, the bone goes down like this, and then there's like a up curve to it, and boom, you're there. My shit goes down and straight out. And I'm like, it's a perfect right angle, everything, bro. Like, I was like, huh? Would you look at? Yeah, doctor was like, because when I told him about my pain, and he was going over there, and we did the x-rays. He goes, oh, well, I see your problem right there, man. You're flat-footed. I was like, all right, what's that mean? He goes, oh, ain't nothing I can do about the pain. Like, this is just something you're going to deal with pretty much your entire life. I'm like,
they don't make special flat-footed sneakers?
They got insoles you can put in your shit. You know what I mean? I go to the Good Feet store and get the insoles, but even then, over time, they wear and you got to get them redone. You got to
get a new pair, and they're all going to be expensive because it's a Good Feet store. Exactly, because it's a
Good Feet store. Like, so yesterday, I had my the wifey got me some insoles, and I waited to put them in my shoe, and fucking I was like, well, I'm gonna put them in the shoe today. Fuck, they were great yesterday, man. I'm like, bet, because I knew how much I was gonna be walking. I knew where we had to go. I'm like, I don't want my feet to be hurt, because once my feet get to hurting real bad, man, fuck everybody. I don't give a shit about none. Well, you know what I mean?
You know, it's like, that was, of all the things I saw yesterday, there was a old dude on a wheelchair. There was like an electric wheelchair.
Yeah, with the young girl on the back.
Yeah.
I was like, boy, this motherfucker doing it. But then I'm like,
I mean, all I could think is that wheelchair is not making it out of here.
No. It's not enough juice on it.
You better charge that bitch when you get. You better find a cold spot to park it and charge that bitch when you get up in there. Because y'all ain't coming out like that.
Because I thought about it. Because I'm like, if she's on the back, that's more weight he's carrying.
Exactly, double time.
And then you got to drive around a long way because you can't cut through the hill. You got to drive around that shit, then come down that motherfucker, and then drive in, then turn around, drive back out, and drive back up.
Yeah.
To wherever the fuck you was at. Like, yeah, I thought the same shit when I saw the shit too. I was like, man, that shit gonna die.
Yep.
That shit gonna die. She gonna have to push that bitch, and then she gonna get mad. She gotta push that motherfucker. Like that. Fuck no, she ain't.
She wasn't committed to that man like that.
Fuck no, she wasn't, yo.
And that's all I really wanted to say at that point.
Because I was like,
a bitch has
he paying bills like a motherfucker. I was about to be like,
dude, is she blowing you? Because if she ain't blowing you at least one time in your life, you should not be letting her ride that scooter with you right now,
bruh. Because it was a tiny little fucker too, man. It was one of those, like the shits at the store are bigger than that.
And that was an old man.
Yeah,
that one, like that was a young chick.
Yeah,
like
it was
that
like,
chick would be young for me.
It almost looked like she was a caretaker for him. You know what I mean? Like
almost.
I don't even think he knew where the fuck he was at. He was just driving. To be honest with you,
I don't know,
what it
dog.
looked like.
I couldn't begin to fathom what that couple was up to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
look, I'm glad you saw that shit because it struck me as I was like, what the fuck? And I'm sitting there trying to figure it out as I'm walking. I'm just looking. I'm like,
I was just trying to make sure I got out of there. I was like, make sure you keep breathing and keep drinking water.
Yeah, because really, I couldn't talk shit to nobody. I couldn't fuck with nobody.
I didn't have any kind of.
I didn't have no interaction.
Every bit of energy that I expended was like getting there, getting out of there, and acquiring the couple of things that I came there to get.
Came there with a mission. I want to see this person, this person, this person, get some seeds, boom.
Yes.
Because look, even this shit, nobody had no mushrooms out there. There was one dude that had, he goes, hey man, I got chocolate mushrooms. I'm like, bruh, how are you keeping these cool? Because I'm looking at him, he's like, all he had them was like a plastic cup. He's like, I got the chocolate bars. I'm like, see, that makes no sense, bruh.
How I can't trust y'all.
Yeah.
When I could see a mushroom in a jar, I could trust that. Okay, let me get some of those into a baggie.
Yeah.
And you're weighing it out in front of me. Like, I mean, that one year, dude, where like the girl told me where the stuff was and she dragged me to it at the end when the place was shutting down when it was starting to rain.
It was starting to storm.
Yes, that was a magical year.
Yeah.
There was so much stuff.
That was awesome because, man, fuck.
There was so much stuff available that year.
That was a fun year that year. That was a good fun time, that one.
See, the Cannabis Festival, if you don't know, used to be the place where you could get a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And there wasn't a lot of stuff there this year. And it was thoroughly disappointing because, like, it affected the vibe.
It did.
The heat and the lack of extracurricular activities being engaged in.
Yep.
That's the way it should be said.
Because you go through that shit and it was boom, boom, boom. You walked in, did a quick circle, and I mean, that was a quick circle.
Dude, there was nothing there.
There was what?
It was like a strip of what it used to be.
Yeah.
It was like they cut off 2/3 of what it was and had the stage sitting there.
Yeah, because the space in between the stage and everybody else, that wide open parking lot, I'm like, that's a whole lot of space in between the stage and here. Like, the stage used to have its own little private area you had to go to.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
You had to go away from the vendors and away from the food.
Everybody else. Yeah, it was
and away from the bathrooms. It was its own stage area. It never was
right there in the mix with everybody.
Yeah.
I think that's what also made, because the stage was so much closer to everything, really fucked on. Because my head started pounding when we was in the tent. It was pounding. Then once that lady got on, that shit tipped it over my eyeball. And then as we're walking out, that feedback all of a sudden that came through, I'm like, oh, that hit this tooth right here in the back. I was like, oh shit, it struck that motherfucker. Like, oh, okay.
It made me want to go like Diddy and making it a band. And be like, all right, whoever's in charge here, y'all got to walk to Brooklyn and bring me some Cambodian breast milk before you can do anything ever again.
Shit.
I'm shutting the whole show down until y'all go get me some Cambodian breast milk. Because this is some serious bullshit.
Yeah, this has to be the worst.
It was the greatest of disappointments. If the first year we went was like this, we wouldn't have gone back.
Fuck no. Nah.
It wouldn't have become a yearly thing for us.
Nah. That first, the only time I think it might have sucked a little was the COVID year when it was in August and that heat in August. But even still, we still had a good time out that bitch. It wasn't,
because most of it was on the grass.
It was on the grass. You know, we could go into the shade. The grass was cool.
That's when we met Safita.
That's it. Yep. Sure enough was. Yeah. And fucking talk to people in the tent, because the tents were cool.
The tents
in the shade,
right? Because they were on the grass. That's right.
You got all these motherfuckers on this pavement just beating you up.
It makes so much sense. You just have tents on grass in a hot day in the summertime, and everybody gets under the tents, and then you can have your little thing going on. Like they had all the little informative talks and discussions that were going on. Very interesting things. Like I would have hung out in a yoga thing. I might even have done yoga if it was on the grass.
Fucking that one year we stayed and listened to so many people. That's when we met fucking Fab Five Freddy and all the cats with B Noble. We met so many people that year just chilling in the tents.
Yeah.
Fucking
just staying out the sun.
Yeah.
And not baking to death because of the sun beating down on our concrete based tents that actually had grass under them those years.
I don't know. Yeah. They gotta get better with their setup.
I mean, if they tear down RFK and it's gone and they could get access to like the grassy areas again, that might be all right. But I still think that for the good of what we always intended to go to these things for, to promote the show, I think that the way to do it is we go up there as a team, we hit the parking lot at like 5:30 and put on under the windshield wipers just fucking cards just everywhere.
And then disappear.
And then leave. Exactly. Don't even talk to people. Go up in there, bullshit amongst ourselves. You know what I mean? Yeah. Put on earbuds and just walk the parking lot and just do every car. Do a parking lot or two and then leave.
Yeah, because even the fucking parking lot attendants, they ain't know what the fuck they was doing, man. They was just out there.
I mean, hell, like, you could drive by and the Jew and I could hop out and go do cards under windshield
and circle right back
and meet you in 20 minutes here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up. And
circle
we would impact greater the amount of people that would find out about the show would be greater impacted through simply that. Just doing that to cars in the grocery store parking lot.
What I would have liked to been able to do after we saw that sticker on them light poles, I would have liked to gone over to RFK to see where those stickers were at that we hung up over there. Now, if there's a piece of RFK, that they can take off that has the Mason and French show sticker on that bitch, yo, that'd be tightening them up.
That'd be a cool piece to get a hold of.
Because you know what I mean? What they gonna do with it? Hey, this is a piece of history right here. We actually got a piece of RFK with our shit on it.
Yeah.
You know,
it's pretty cool.
You know,
it is pretty cool.
Might have to do some fucking bulb shit like in the wire and go there at nighttime and try to break off a panel.
Yeah, man, just go steal a panel off of RFK, hop the fence, go up in there, and then try to find our sticker still there.
Oh, that would be fucking. That's gonna be a task all in itself.
Yeah. But yeah, there was a lot of stickers, and I was pleased to see those stickers still hanging tough.
Yeah, man, like I said, they look good. Weather didn't fuck with any of it. I'm like, damn, motherfuckers didn't turn.
Like I just put it up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, straight up, brand fucking new.
Because that's what Lisa was like, did y'all put that up? Nah. I went to the pisser. Mason went to the pisser, and then we sat right here. Just so happened we parked right next to the motherfucker.
Clearly, I've been here sometime in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I couldn't even tell you what year I put that sticker up.
It had the QR code on there.
It's been a couple years.
That one had the QR code on it.
Well, because those are the ones that I made in probably 22.
Yeah.
I would have made those in 22. So they've been going up for years now.
Because the other one that we saw didn't have the QR code. So that was earlier.
You saw one without a QR code.
That was earlier. Yeah.
Was it like the Alice in Wonderland joint sitting at the table?
No, it wasn't. It had the joint, like it had the QR code on it. It just didn't have the QR code on it. Like it had.
Oh, okay.
It was like one of the first joints after Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, buddy. We've been at it.
Now the question is, I wonder if any of the Don Johns, because the way they clean Don Johns, at least at this one place I know that rinse them out, they pressure wash these bitches. They be blasting and scrubbing them.
Water resistant, weather resistant.
So
could make it.
You never know. It could be a Don John floating around out there now with the fucking sticker on that bitch. Yeah, whoever was in that parking lot cranking, they had some. Oh no, it was the pool. Apparently, that was the pool across the way.
That's what the music was?
Yeah, it was from a swimming pool. I'm like, damn, you go to the swimming pool, they cranking like that? Shit, all right.
Then we could hear it over there. You know it's loud at the pool.
Oh, yeah, because it was...
I hate that, dude.
It was... I thought it was somebody's truck, because I was like, oh, that shit does...
I really do hate that. Like, when we go places, I like the music to be a little louder than what it's on the show right now. Like, you know, we can hear that shit back there. We know music's playing, but we can't really tell. When we go to concerts or when we go to like events that aren't concerts, they're events.
Oh yeah,
there's
like
gonna
the
be
Expo.
Music with a stage, like at the Expo. It's like, and we're like, can I have a play?
Yeah. And they're leaning into you.
And I'm like, I can't do this. Like, I'm not going to do this for 5 fucking hours. I'm not going to pay money to be in here to yell at the person I'm talking to.
Because, like, the Expo joint, man, when they have it in there and that shit be bouncing off them walls.
Oh, I had to go yell at them, and they shut it down after I yelled at them.
It was like at one time at the strip club. We went to the strip club and that shit was just fucking...
Oh, yeah, I went and yelled at them, too, didn't I? I paid $20 to get in this motherfucker. You better turn that music down. Ladies and gentlemen, with that said,
oh yeah,
we're gonna have to bring this episode of Foolishness to a close. We'd like to give a shout out to all the cool people that were at the Cannabis Festival.
Yeah, man.
And a scolding to all the people that did to the Cannabis Festival what has been done to the Cannabis Festival.
And look, if you were able to survive that heat and make it all the way through that joint, man, more power to you. You know what I mean?
Damn right.
Because it was brutal that and y'all survived.
You a tough motherfucker, too.
You made it.
So, yeah, be nice to people that look like you. Be nice to people that don't look like you. Don't be a dick.
Little bits by little bits, ladies and gentlemen. Keep moving forward.
That's right. Keep grinding on the shit you're trying to get done, because that is how things get done.
We believe in you.
We love you very, very much. We wish you nothing but the best. And peace be with you.
Go.
And then she thought it started snowing.